Hello, welcome back. This one might be defer you guys away. I think the last video or 2 videos ago, I posted, I was like, I got my shit together, like perspective change, which is true. But I have also still been aboard the struggle bus and I'm out of breath because I've been running. I haven't gone to the gym since the 6th of September. Today is the 26th of September. My coach and I kind of decided together that I would take the rest of the month off. Since I got back from Texas, which I didn't even vlog in Texas, you guys, that was so fun. I was with Gasp, code Laney15 if you want to support me. So my coach and I decided for me to take the rest of September off. I've always had, as I've talked about on here, like this internal battle with wanting to be healthy and also wanting to pursue bodybuilding, which the two can coincide, but I didn't know how I was going to be able to do that, because what my body craved was balance, which if you are in the bodybuilding community, you know it is very much extreme. Like, there really isn't much balanced about bodybuilding. I love bodybuilding. I love what I gain from it. I love the community that I'm in. It is beautiful. However, it is very extreme and it takes a lot. Mentally, it takes a lot of thinking. You're not intuitively listening to your body much, because if you're in the off season, you are pushing the opposite extreme as you are in prep. In prep, you're hungry, you're tired, your fatigue is high. Obviously, if you're with my coach, at least, like, those things are managed very well. Shout out Metaform, you're the best. I was feeling like anytime I was driving, I was sitting in the car, I was silent, like any moment where I wasn't like preoccupied doing something else, I was thinking about my body, what I looked like, how much I weighed, the food I was going to eat, the food I ate. Like, I was so hyper fixated on those things and putting my identity in competing. And I never started bodybuilding to become an IFBB pro or to win this show or this. Like, I started competing in bodybuilding because I love to train and I needed this next thing. And everyone was like, you should do it. And I was like, sure, we'll try. I've had lots of perspective changes in the last couple months. I've done a lot of growing. I'm very proud of myself because it hasn't been easy. Nothing worth having is. But it's been really, really good for me. My coach and I, we haven't talked in a little bit because he was like, you just need to take this breather, like figure out what you want. He would never make me do a prep if I wasn't in it 100% for my own, like for me. And I worried for a long time that people would look at me different, or that my identity was in how I do in bodybuilding. This big step away has been challenging. The first couple weeks, I know it's only been a month, but the first couple weeks I was really anxious. Honestly, not going to the gym was fine. Physically, the first week and a half, 2 weeks, I was like, mentally, I was like, I know I need to be doing something. I'm gonna get fat, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And that was challenging, but I'm like, my body feels better. My joints feel pretty good. But I knew, just knowing who I am, that I needed to have some other sort of challenging endeavor that I was encountering. I don't know if that's counts as like full rest, but I was like, I have to be doing something. So this last week and a half, I have been running every day. I started 60 mediocre, similar to 75 hard, but different because my goal was not, like, I don't really need to be harder on myself or more disciplined. I just wanted to create a little bit more routine. So I started 60 mediocre with one of my good friends. For me, that meant 10 pages of reading. I also modified that to just being 20 minutes because I've been reading my Bible, and 10 pages of the Bible is a lot to digest. So 10 pages, 20-minute reading, 45-minute walk outside. At the beginning, I was doing 45 minutes of movement, any general movement. Could be yoga, could be deep stretching, could be walking outside, whatever. But in this little month of rest, I was like, that's like a little bit counterintuitive for what I'm trying to accomplish. So I scratched that one out, added in 15-minute journaling or daily devotion, and then 5 minutes of meditation. And then just trying to honor my body. Like, I haven't been eating crazy, and I was tracking the first week, and then I was like, I just feel a pull in my heart to let this go. For a while, I was kind of really battling since show. If I was going to do another show, like the first 12 weeks post-show were extremely hard for me mentally. Like, I really never thought that I would be the type of athlete that I am. Like, just knowing who I am, I was like, no, like, I'm not going to struggle with that. And it really snuck up on me. So that was honestly really hard for me. But after that, once we got back from Mexico, where I was like, yes, this is good. Like, this is what I want. This is what I want to pursue. Like, let's grow. I was super focused. Lifts were incredible. Food was increasing. I felt good about the skin that I was in and how I looked. Like, I understand that I need body fat to be able to, one, function as a member of society, and then also just for health, like like how I look in prep, even like honestly 14 weeks out plus, like all of that is not sustainable. So I knew that. I still know that. But stepping away from taking photos of myself, like posing, training, like I literally haven't trained. I think I went to the gym the first week 2 or 3 times and did like CrossFit style stuff. Just a big step away from all of that has been like so incredible for my mental health, because I wake up, I have my full morning routine, still obviously trying to move, and I'm not eating a ton. Like, for a while, a couple weeks, or was challenging because I was like, oh, I just won't eat. Like, I'm not training, I don't need to eat. But like, I know how the body works. I know that that's not accurate thinking. And I was like, this is something that I have to continue to work on. And at the beginning, I was really uncomfortable. And I texted my coach and I was like, hey, let's just start prep. I was kidding, because that's the worst thing that you can do. Like, I have these issues, which I think everyone does, whether you compete or don't compete. Like, you have this view of yourself in your head of how you want to look, and you probably are not very kind to yourself. So that's been something that I've been working on, is being kinder to myself, giving myself grace where I need it, because like, you're not doing yourself any favors if you're sitting on the couch every day, all day, eating KFC, whatever. Like, you have to be evolving in one way or another. But for me, it was like, this is just a deep season of rest where I need to rebuild my foundation a little bit with myself. Because it sucks when you have been surrounding your fitness journey on hatred. So instead of going to the gym and being like, oh, I need to lose this amount of pounds and do this because I don't like how I look and I don't like this, it's like, no, let's approach this in a positive light. Like, I'm going to the gym because I love myself. I want to create discipline with myself. I'm showing up for myself, for your kids. If you are a mom or a dad, like, that's a big factor, is like the way that you show up for yourself and what you do in your life. Like, people, not only your kids, are watching you. You never know who you're going to inspire. So that's kind of why I share all of these things. And I know I just talk and talk and talk, but I don't know if other people are going through the same struggle. And I would hate to not be open, honest, and vulnerable with you guys, and have people think that it's not okay to take breaks, or that you have to be on all the time, because this has been a huge learning curve for me. Very new, very scary. But I've had such amazing encouragement from my family, my friends. There's a time and a place to go hard and to not really have, like, to be a little bit more rigid with your programming and stuff. But for me right now, I was like, I don't even know if I want to compete again. Like, I don't know if I mentally have it in me to do it again. So it was like, let's just take a break. Let's recenter. Let's live my life a little bit. Like, I just turned 21. I have my whole life. Obviously you don't always have the same exact opportunities. But just getting clear if this is something that I even wanted to pursue. I feel like I've gotten some clarity on it. I feel like I have to do another one. And I know that's not typically the mindset that I tell you guys on here, is I'm not like, you don't have to do anything, like you get to, and it totally is an opportunity. I think I'm excited. I don't know. I think I'm excited to be able to have some pressure applied, ready to do some hard stuff again. However, it does feel like I have to do it in the best way. Like, I'm like, I have to see what I have in me. Like, this last season was a beautiful season. I think I executed it very well. My coach and I, like, I won the Emerald Cup. That's incredible. But I'm like, it's not even about getting my pro card, like I said, or doing XYZ. It's like, okay, wait, can I apply myself to this? What life lessons can I get out of this? What do I do when, like, I'm struck with adversity? Do I crumble? Do I want to be disciplined with my routine outside of prep? Because that's what's been the hardest, because it's a whole different level of uncomfy. Like, I'm a lot thicker than I've ever been. I came home from a trip to Oregon and weighed the most that I've ever weighed in my life. And that was kind of like my breaking point, where I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is completely uncharted territory for me. I've never felt like this. I've never weighed this much. I've never been this uncomfortable in a different way. So many words. But I felt like I should update you guys on what's going on. Finishing out this week of rest. I've been running. That's the point. I was running and I was thinking of my gratitude towards this. And sometimes, me personally, I just need an extra little push. So I believe, maybe not next week because I have family in town, but the following week I will, I think I'm going to go back to the gym. I'm gonna do what my body feels like doing. And I think after maybe a week or two of that, I'll be ready to kick it into high gear. If that's the case, we have technically 4 months of off season before prep starts. We're aiming tentatively to compete June, end of June, beginning of July, possibly end of July, which I have a trip to Mexico again in August. So we'll see. It's all tentative, but I'm excited to embark on this new journey and hope that I can maintain really healthy habits with myself. And I think part of that for me is just simply not weighing myself every day, because it becomes a hyperfixation. I don't want to think about it. Because in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter what you weigh, it matters how you look. And I want to just surrender that to my coach, because there's no reason for me to even be fretting about it. Like, I want my thoughts to be how I can better serve the people around me, and not how my thoughts be so conceited and vain. Bodybuilding is a very selfish sport. It requires a lot of time and energy, and I believe that I'm willing to put that in. I just need to better figure out a way to handle my mental challenges surrounding it. So that's what this journey is all about, baby. We're navigating this together. So thank you for watching me and supporting me. And yeah, I look forward to the future with Dusty Sock, whatever she endeavors, she being me. Working on that self-love, baby, self-love. I love you guys. Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday.
World champion, and bring it to our winner, Lady Blackwood.